Hey guys, Lynqoid here, and I just wanted to show you some of the builds that I've done over the past maybe couple of months, something like that. I've been trying to improve my building and just get a little bit better, so I've been sort of testing different ideas and things like that. Uh, this is one which I'm not necessarily happy with it, but I like the kind of archway in the interior. The dwarven head looks a bit weird, but yeah, I'm just testing some stuff out, and hopefully I'll get better with sort of building and stuff like that over time. But the whole point of it is that it's supposed to be a dwarven fortress. Obviously, the further away you get, the better it looks. But yeah, let's take a look, see what we got. So obviously we've got the dwarven head here. We've got like the weird button nose, some eyes, and then kind of like the carved statue. This would obviously be way easier to do on a bigger scale, but it needs to be playable, so I'm trying to keep the scale down as much as possible. But yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. The horns look alright. And then we've got the archway, which looks pretty cool. We've got a little road coming in. I chose a snow biome to put it in so that it kind of always looks stereotypically dwarven. I'll finish this path off somewhere as well. So yeah, and then we've got the kind of cool red carpet that leads all the way up to the throne room. Yeah, so that could be for like a dwarven king or a dwarven lord, something cool like that. We've got some sea lanterns in the ceiling, we've got some light in here. They look pretty cool. They kind of, I'm not sure if they look in keeping, but I think they look better than anything else. I might try some of what I've done here in the corners instead. So like these lanterns that hang from the ceiling, they look a bit more realistic. So I might change them out. But this is something I've been working on a Bedrock server, and yeah, I really like it. Another thing I did was I put these steps as like gutters all the way down, so they've kind of got sort of a sewer system in here, and you can see they run all the way through. And then I did an anvil in the middle because obviously crafting and creating stuff is really important to dwarves. So they've got this like huge anvil in the middle, similar to if you've ever played World of Warcraft, similar to like Ironforge and places like that. And then I've created these kind of slots in the side. Nothing is happening with these yet, so I'll build them out and I'll do kind of like little mini videos on those as well. But yeah, those are just kind of, they are what they are at the moment. They're ready for rooms and stuff. And then I've got a nether portal that takes me back to the central village on this server. And yeah, works really cool. Here's the throne room, couple of iron bars, some chiseled stone. Yeah, just cool stuff like that, really. So yeah. So this is the Dwarven Fortress. Oh, there is one thing I'm going to add as well, which I've sort of set up and it's ready, but I've not done anything in yet. Is you can see like this whole slice coming down here. I might fill this with stone, but I thought it looked less strange by having it full height. And actually, I probably need to take that block out. But I thought it looked less strange because it just looks like it's been carved. But then when you come in here, there's actually like a whole room section in the head of the statue, which could be wicked for like some hidden stuff. Because it's obvious that there's a room down there, but actually thinking about a room being up in the statue, probably people wouldn't, maybe. But yeah, I really like this build. So that's the first build that I'm showing. Any comments or feedback or ideas, anything like that, share them in the comments because that'd be awesome. And that's the same for all of these builds. I'm just going to go through a few of them that I've been building. Let's head on to the next one. So the next build I did was just this tiny little house, and it kind of goes off of the little blacksmith build that I did with the forge, but I wanted to make it look like more of a home. So I just made this tiny little house, and it is really small. And yeah, effectively this is kind of as big as it is. There's no second floor. It was just a really quick build, and actually it didn't take me that long at all. And I built this completely in survival. Yeah, I really like this build. It's just a tiny little house with a little forge outside. little bit of water and stuff like that. You can see that, like, because it's a multiplayer server, people have started kind of digging stuff and doing stuff around the outside of the house, as they do. There's kind of like a big shelf here and a big thing at the back, but this is the house I built. Tiny little house, really effective, and it's really cool, like quick build that you don't have to get too precious over on a multiplayer server because it's not a huge investment in time. So yeah, I really like this one. The clay red brick roof was the worst thing to collect. That's so annoying. Okay, so yeah, now on to the next one. Okay, so the next one is actually slightly in front of that tiny little house. I built a windmill. I did copy, well, not completely copy, but I did do most of Grian's build. And yeah, I really like that. I think that's really cool. And the windmill looks like pretty awesome, just standard sort of stone brick and stuff like that. There is a sugarcane farm on the inside of it. Sorry, it's actually bone mill, so it goes into a composter. Yeah, I just did this really quick build just to cover up the farm because the farm was like right in front of my house, and the farm doesn't look great on the inside. I could probably show you that. It's just like full of hoppers and chest and stuff like that. But yeah, turned out pretty cool. I really like it. So yeah, on to the next build. So this next build is on the same server. This was actually a build for Happy Tales. I didn't completely build it on my own. We built it together. I had a big influence. I did quite a decent amount on it. So he wanted these roofs that kind of, rather than just coming straight down or kind of going up, he wanted them to curve like inward, if that makes sense. So yeah, I sort of put down a couple of blocks and just got that shape, and then we replicated it for the side, but then had it come out flatter. So there's like a veranda on there, and that turned out pretty cool. Yeah, and then we just used some stripped oak, some dark oak for the pillars, some stone walls, and stuff like that. Some lanterns, and then we've also got an interior in here. So I did this kind of 3-tone wood effect, which looked really cool. We've got a little upstairs with a little sort of balcony bit, and then tiny little room in here, and then further up here we've got another little room in the attic, and then we've got a little chest room downstairs. And then finally we built a lift to go up and down, and basically this is like a tunnel or catacomb or whatever you want to call it that goes all the way to here, so there's space to build kind of farms that look a bit more ugly and stuff like that. And then same with down here, although actually we've started doing some villagers, so this looks a bit crazy down here now. Oh, I built this little cave as well, actually. So I just did this little cave system just so it's like it looks more natural coming out and then back into the bottom of the house. Did this checkered pattern. I actually built this as well, but it's not quite working. So yeah, that's the house I built sort of for Happy Tales, and it turned out really cool. Really liked it. And then finally I've got Fallmount Kingdom, which is obviously the big build I've been working on. I thought I'd do a little update just to show people how it's coming along. It's taken a long time because I'm building it all in survival. But yeah, it's going pretty well. We've got obviously the big guild hall, tavern. We've got all these little buildings. We've got the tavern over here as well, which we can see. We've got the little basement down here, and then even further down here we've got kind of the sewer section, which goes along there, and that will eventually meet up with the tower down there. This goes into the fountain, and then this bit goes up into the basically up into the basement of the tavern inside the guild hall. So yeah, it's a pretty cool build. It's coming along nicely, and you can see like there's a lot of stuff done on here already. It's mainly interior stuff I've got to start doing now, and I want to try and section up more rooms in the buildings than I have done previously. But yeah, here's a little farmstead. Got some nice flowers. Got a nice little farm and some cows and sheep and stuff. And then we've got this tower as well, which is looking pretty cool. That's going to be like an observatory or wizard's tower or something like that. That turned out really cool. That's where the sewer is going to go to. It's going to go to that tower. So yeah, those are some of the builds I've been working on. I thought I'd just share them, see what you guys think, get some feedback on them. Show you the stupid dwarven statue I've been trying to make, which is just, it just doesn't look very good, but hopefully over time I'll get better with stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.